internet. I'm Insane Lena as well as Canadian Girl, and this is Bo, who has very much learned that when I put the headset on, that means I'll be sitting here for like at least 20 minutes, and that's a good time to beg for attention and cuddles. Who says you're not a smart doggy? Yeah, he's smart about the important things cuddles and food. The rest he doesn't care about. But he's joining me today for Off Duty Deputy Assaults Elderly Man in Parking Lot Goes to Jail, and we're at a Dollar General. Dollar General, I will say, we don't have them here. We have other dollar stores, but a lot of videos taking place at Dollar General. You know, it's kind of like Waffle House or Taco Bell. But let's see what we got today.
At the Dollar General in Jessup, Georgia. A 78-year-old man said he was just parked improperly for a minute when he was grabbed, thrown to the ground, and pinned by a man claiming to be a sheriff's deputy.
He says, I know I'm not quite right.
For parking?
I'm just going to be in there a second. I got a bad knee, but I didn't step further. But there was no parking place right there exactly. So I just put right in for a second. He came up. Now, if I'm in the wrong, he said my tag's expired. But I don't, it's not due to September 15th. He don't know his ass and holder there.
Okay, well, let's not talk to him. We're talking about him.
Huh?
Let's not talk. Let's not cross
That's
talk
right.
about him.
That's right. I'm sorry.
Be
I'm
professional.
sorry. Huh?
What's man talk to me?
Saying that's wrong with me.
What else?
You know, I came in to make a purchase. They didn't have what I needed, and saw the truck there. So I waited, and I said, "You got your truck?" He said, "Yeah."
Waited.
So I said, "That's not a parking spot."
Okay, already we have a lot to break down. The guy in the plaid is the off-duty sheriff. So the other guy is claiming that this guy was mad that his truck was parked illegally for like 2 seconds, asserted his authority as a sheriff, and slammed him to the ground. And he's now saying, yeah, I was here, they didn't have what I wanted, and then I saw the truck, and I waited. Like, dude, if you're that bitched off about it, call an on-duty cop. But even if you are on duty, are you really going to stand around waiting over a truck being, like, illegally parked? And it's not like in a fire lane or anything. That would, like, be more of an issue. But you're off duty, man. Like, why would you make a big deal out of this?
Who do you think you are? I said, "Well, I'm a deputy sheriff." I said, "I could call my friend down here and write you a citation."
Well, then do it.
I was only in there for a goddamn minute. There ain't no parking signs. I'm like, okay, so you want to be in about things. Man, if I was younger, I'd you up. So I walk around the truck. It just has expired. September 22. So the jury said, "Go fuck yourself again." So I got in this doorway, and he kicked me in the stomach. I'm like, "You just assaulted a peace officer." I said, "I go down to myself, Sheriff." I told him, "I don't care. I don't give a shit. You could be in Then he punched at me, kicked at me again. I yanked out of the truck. We landed on the ground. I called you. I had him to do it on the ground. He's got a little scrape on his arm. I got a little scrape on my hand. It's no big deal. But all I was wanting to just look good.
Dude.
No harm, no foul. I'm not in uniform. But I'm a deputy. This is no parking. Just making sure you're aware that you can't do this shit. You might want to get your tag expired for the guys on the street right.
Okay, so he's just admitted this is purely pissed off police, except he's not police right now. He has no authority right now. And he said he got up in the guy's face. He got up in the doorway of his truck. The guy, like, kicked at him, which, yeah, I would too, because you're a stranger and you're coming up. Like, I don't know if you're going to try to get in my truck. I don't know if you're armed. I don't know if you're attacking me. And this is over because you didn't like where he was parked. And then the guy told you to shove it because you're not a cop. And that's when he got pissed off and was like, no, you will respect my authority, because that's all this is. And, like, dude, who in the hell do you think you are? And over something this stupid.
They want to get belligerent. You and I'll you up if I was younger and all that. And he just heard her say, I know I'm not supposed to be here. Well, you know, there's no handicap sticker. You know, when I got to the parking lot, it was empty. He could have pulled in any one of these parking spots.
Yeah.
But I just wanted to just make him aware of it. He called out stupid shit, but he kicked at me. I'm like, nope, that ain't gonna happen. So we got to the ground, and that was it.
So, you looking to press charges or? I mean, I'm asking you. We're gonna do the charges, of course.
No, I don't do anything like that. I just wanted to know that, you know, you just can't pull it where you want to. I didn't, you know, so I'll be like, oh shit, I'm sorry, officer, I won't do it again. No, I'm gonna foul.
Yeah.
Like, he was only here for a minute. I want to get stupid.
I do have to say, there is so much male ego going on here. Probably from both of them. Not that the guy in the plaid isn't in the wrong, because seriously, I get you take issue with where the guy parked. So what? Keep walking. It's none of your business. But, oh my God, the level of ego going on.
And it kept escalating.
And so when did it get physical? When it started getting physical, what happened?
Physical.
Yes.
I don't know, I just told him I was gonna leave. I told him I wanted to leave. I mean, I didn't know it. Of course, he didn't ever show, he said he's a policeman, but I never did see no evidence. I wanted to
Fair
talk to him.
point.
I said, well, I'm fixed, I want to leave. He wouldn't let me leave. I did push him and I was right. Pushed him back and he did, he grabbed me. I'm 78-year-old.
Yes, sir. Take a breath for me, okay?
Your daughter's O'Shea? Huh? Your daughter's O'Shea?
Well, she's in back to talk now, though. But
Yeah.
Just hang out right here for me.
So, she liking Mac and Trash pretty good?
Huh?
She liking Mac
oh,
and
she
Trash
likes
pretty good?
it.
Yeah. Yeah, I used to work with O'Shea. She's a big girl.
Oh, yeah, you just went through it. Who did what though?
So, 2.7.
Yeah.
Came up with this guy.
We did exactly that.
Said, hey, you know you're improperly parked?
Yeah.
So, I was just in there a minute. Well, his tags expired. He went around and got his tag. He said, your tags expired too. And he went to walk inside of the store. While he was trying to take off. He had already told me he was a Wayne County Sheriff deputy. And when we walked out inside the door, the guy kicked me in the stomach. And he started swinging at me, punching at me. So I yanked him out. I said, dude, I'm going to go something.
Sir, you want us to get an ambulance to come check you out?
Okay, the problem there is that this is an off-duty cop. He had no right to make a move against this guy. He prevented him from leaving, then got in a fight, then dragged the guy out of his truck and put him on the ground and held him there until real cops showed up. Like, this is when I feel bad for all these officers that are responding to this, because there's got to be nothing worse than responding to one of your own being an absolute jackass. Which is what this guy is. Like, he's just on a freaking ego trip, power trip. Like, he had no reason to be doing any of what he was doing. And he went way, 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 way too far when he's, again, off duty. And he may have said that he's a sheriff's deputy or whatever, but anybody can say that. They both said he didn't flash his badge, which is probably a good thing, because he probably would have got in more trouble had he flashed his badge and, like, asserted that authority when he's off duty and he's not entitled to use it. But he shouldn't have been doing any of this.
Or anything? I need.
What's that?
You want us to get an ambulance to come check you out?
Oh, no.
Okay.
Her tag's not expired.
Yeah.
Like he's already.
He said it was, but so the road tag expired too. Getting my buddies out here, got your ticket, you know, that way. You walk through inside the door, and that's when he's a kick me inside. And started swinging at him. So he had
When you working overtime. When he get back.
Yeah, do you have the availability to look at the camera? You have the availability to look at the camera?
Oh,
Yeah,
did they
can-
get it
can
on
we look at the camera?
surveillance?
Who was it? The old one? The improperly parked one? What was he doing? Who hit him? You talking about the guy in the truck right here? Oh, well, he's being talked to right now.
Hmm. Okay, so somebody may have been having some anger issues in the store. Maybe the guy was improperly parked, though it seems kind of confused.
They got some video footage of it. Do some shit. I believe he definitely saw some random parking lot goes to jail.
It'll drop.
Edmund, Rachel, you go over there and just hang out with him.
What's up? How you doing?
I've had better days.
Yep, it's one of those days.
Hello. Hello?
Okay. I'm sorry, his ringtone is a police siren. Okay, this guy needs some distance from his job. Like, you need that work-home life separation. And he needs to tone it down. Because, oh my god.
Like I told you, first of all, man in uniform, you don't enforce a minor traffic violation without a uniform. And second off, the damn city don't even enforce parking violations unless the store complains about it in uniform. I said, Larry, you put your hands on or went to go toward him first. He told me in a statement, he snatched him out of that truck. What he told me, he said the guy kicked at him. Well, hell, I'm gonna kick at you because you snatched me out of my truck.
I don't know who the fuck you are.
You know who that is? That is right there, don't you?
I know who both of them is now.
Yeah. That's Shay's daddy. Yeah.
Need help? I can grab
I think the only camera that can physically see outside is this one. I'm not sure how to do that.
It's not exactly a great spot. Okay. Well, that might be pretty rough.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna run on you, dude.
I'm not even worried about that. I'm not worried about that. Trust me. I'm not.
I'm one of 210 boys.
Huh?
I'm a deputy too.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if you knew that or not.
Well, they said you were.
That's why they're here.
Okay. I get it.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, you can go. You can go in, ma'am. I'm sorry.
How are you?
Let me get out your way.
It's been one of them days, dear.
I know.
I'm not gonna be able to see. But is that
Well,
right? Maybe that we can-
Yeah, the thing with security cameras is they're designed to catch like shoplifters or employees stealing from the register. They rarely cover the parking lots. I wish more of them did because, there's times where it's helpful, but businesses are concerned with, more of the indoor stuff. And Bo is concerned with taking a nap.
Even if I do try to rewind it,
We're not
the
gonna
way
be able
the
to see
sun is glaring on the camera, they're not even gonna be able to see anything.
We're good. We appreciate
Mhm.
it.
Yeah.
You call a few minutes behind.
Yeah, we're not. You can't even see nothing with the sun glaring.
I need to be off. I need to be off work.
You should probably see them months at a time. I don't want to see it done.
It would be nice if they had a camera in here.
They probably do.
It'd be nice if they'd catch everything. But I doubt it though. Well, there's a camera there. They might have saw it.
Mm-hmm. Long day today.
But better things to do than deal with stuff like this. Huh?
Well, this is my job. Can't complain. Well, I'm here for it.
You mind if I sit down?
Yeah, sure. Anything.
They trying to get stuff pulled up. So there's a lot going on. Walk me through again one more time, just when the confrontation started.
I came in to make a purchase. Didn't have one. I needed to come out. The truck was parked there. So I waited for the owner to come out, and I said, "Sir," I said, "you know this is on a parking lot here for the cars." He was only in there for a minute. Stand there. I said, "Should have parked in that spot." Or anyway, the sheriff and I said, "I can tell you all the ladies down here, they can handle it." "No, we're gonna handle it right here." He said, "If you don't mind, get out of my way. I'm gonna get out here." And he pushed me like he's going to the truck. "Sir, you know, I told you where I work." So I'm just trying to make you aware that this is not an apartment.
Yes, sir.
And also, your tax is fired. I said, "That's going to get you in trouble as well." "Oh, bullshit."
Okay, so you walked up to a random stranger to confront him over not liking where he parked. You don't have the authority to do that. Okay, the actual in-uniform deputy has already said even the city doesn't enforce stuff like that in a private parking lot unless the business calls about it. So this is a non-issue even if he's on duty, and he's walking up to a stranger acting aggressive, and then he gets told to go F himself, which the guy had every right to do, and he's just trying to leave anyway, so just let him go and parking problem solved. But no, this guy needs to throw his weight around, and he felt disrespected, and then they got into a fight. This is so dumb. Like, I expect like 12-year-old boys to act this stupid. Not one who's like a deputy and the other guy's like 70, though. The guy in his 70s, he's not really doing anything wrong. Like, no, he shouldn't have parked there, but so freaking what? And then you got some like hothead coming up to you being like, "I'm a sheriff's deputy and I'm telling you can't park there." And it's like, okay, I'm leaving. And then they're getting in your face, like holding the door open, not letting you leave. And then it turns into this. And it's like, really? You really had nothing better to do today? Apparently not.
They're not required. Get out of the way. To put you in the path. You got a truck in here. I kicked me in the stomach.
Here.
So now we're escalating. So you put your hands on me one time. Now you kick me in the stomach. We're not going nowhere until I call. Sheriff's office. Pulled him out of the truck. Took him to the ground. Called dispatch.
Put you on your pillow.
And that's just history.
Okay.
So that's it.
Good.
That's it. I mean, if you're asking me if I want to press charges, no, I just wanted to aware that, hey, he just can't pull anywhere he wanted to.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, officer. I shouldn't have. Won't happen again.
Yeah.
No harm, no foul.
Yeah.
So he wanted to get verbal, threaten me. He pushed me, kicked me. No. Even after I identified, but granted, I'm not uniformed.
Yeah. Like I said, we're just trying to piece it together.
That's really kicking me in the ding-ding.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I know it's a minor traffic violation and all that.
No, I know. I
There
get
were
it.
people waiting here. When I pulled in, somebody waiting to go around. There was a car pulling in, and they couldn't because he was there.
Mhm.
So, not a big deal, I guess. And I probably should mind my own damn business next time.
There it is. Yes, you should have minded your own damn business because this is stupid. And he just said he escalated this because he got disrespected. That was it. The guy didn't go, "Oh, I'm so sorry, officer. I won't ever do it again." And so he got offended and he got stupid. Like, this is so dumb. This is exactly how, like, you lose your job as a cop by doing stupid shit like this. Because there is no reason for any of this to happen. Like, it's so ridiculous. And, like, if he was actually on duty and he saw somebody park like this, is he going to pull over into the Dollar General parking lot and talk to that person? No, he's not, because it's not worth it. Because it's a stupid little thing that's not hurting anybody. But no, this guy was pissed off and just decided to make a big deal out of this.
I just wanted him aware that, hey, you know. Yeah. Just sit tight for us, okay?
How's Shay been?
She's doing good.
Good.
Doing
Still
good.
down there in McIntosh area?
She works all the time.
All the time.
All the time.
It's a good thing sometimes.
Yeah. I reckon so.
Yes,
You always use the money.
that's absolutely correct.
She works the team all the time.
I know I asked you twice already. Just one more time. You might walk me through what happened.
Yeah, I say I came out and he was standing there and he said, you just park anywhere you want to, eh? I said, no. I said, I just park, I'm going to be in there every second. And I said, I'm fixing to leave. He said, your tag's out of date, but my tag's not out of date. It's due September coming up.
Yeah.
But after that, I said, I don't know. I may have get like the carnivore, and I said, well, I'm fixing to leave. How about letting me go? And I did. He was right there and blocking the door, and I did push him back. So I was going to try to close the door, but after that, didn't even put me in the ground. I wasn't no match for him. I'm 78 years old.
Just hang tight for me, okay?
So, yeah, he prevented the guy from leaving. You cannot do that. Like, this is such a case of who do you think you are? And it's obvious guy in the red plaid was like, I'm a cop, I'm the authority, I can, you have to stay here and listen to me bitch about something that I shouldn't be getting involved in. But the guy had every right to shove him. He's preventing the guy from leaving. He's holding the truck door open. You have no right to do that. Like, I don't care that you're saying you're a sheriff's deputy. One, you haven't shown me a badge, so I don't believe you either. And two, even if you are, look at the way you're acting. Like, he's lucky that the guy in the truck didn't call the cops. Because I probably would have. I'd been like, there's some crazy guy stopping me from leaving the Dollar General parking lot because he's bitching about how I parked. And he's claiming to be a sheriff's deputy. Like, this is so ridiculous. But it just had to escalate it. Just had to escalate it. Got disrespected, got violent. We see this pattern so often. Usually with on-duty cops, but in this case, the guy was off duty and he still couldn't turn it off. Like, dude needs therapy and, like, anger management and some serious vacation time. Possibly to retire because you cannot go around assaulting people.
What did you see on the video?
So the sun glare blocks the entire video.
So you got no video to see?
I got nothing. What I got is both of them. He said he got in his doorway. He said that he pushed him when he approached him, whatever.
Right.
They exchanged more words, and the problem is then he came back, snatched him out, put him on the ground.
You hear that, Sheriff?
So the old fella pushed Edwards?
He was trying to get in his truck and leave.
Was getting in his truck to leave. Edmund was in between his doors, so he pushed him to move him out so he could shut his door and leave. And then Edmund come back over there and snatched him out the truck.
My hands are getting.
That's about something else.
Yes, sir.
Goodness gracious.
The problem is he ain't got no badge on. He's non-uniform.
Yeah, that's what I told him.
If he'd walked away from the first time, I'd document it.
So let's square something up, because I'm not familiar. You said he pushed him out of the doorway. What happened then?
He said, they both said that he approached him and told him you shouldn't be parking there and stuff. And he said, Edmund said that you, like, get out of here. He said, well, sir, like, your tag's expired also, but.
Oh, yeah, he pointed out to him that his tag was expired, too.
And he said that, he shouldn't be parking here. Then he said, well, all right, I'm going to leave. And he said he got in the doorway and he pushed you. After he pushed you, he said, well, I'm Deputy Wayne County Sheriff's Office. After that, he said.
So he identified himself, not showing him anything, but identified himself after he got pushed.
Yeah, after he got pushed. And then Edmund said that he then said, I don't give a fuck. He kicked him. and which if you're in my doorway, I'm trying to get you out the way. And he said once he kicked him, I grabbed him, and hit him in the middle. He grabbed him, took him to the ground. That's when he called us.
You hear all that, boss?
Yeah.
Problem is, he's not in any kind of capacity. I mean,
Yep. And that's what it is. Off duty means you are off duty. You don't respond to things. If you see something that requires a response, you call for on duty cops. I'm not saying there aren't scenarios where they would have to act, but this is not one of them. This is stupid. This is really, 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 really stupid. And like, I feel the most bad for the sheriffs that are there, the deputies that are there, and the guy on the phone who is obviously like the probably like the head sheriff, like he's in charge of all of this, and now he's got to figure out what to do with this idiot that like decided to play Rambo when he's off duty over freaking parking. And it's a moment where you want to just slap somebody and be like, what in the hell is wrong with you? Like, I don't see how this doesn't end with this deputy like losing his job, because he just did something monumentally stupid. He acted outside his authority by invoking his authority when he didn't have the right to. That's like abuse of authority or abuse of the badge. You shouldn't do that. And he assaulted somebody, so he could be facing actual charges and like real consequences. And I don't think you can be a sheriff's deputy if you're going to jail for assault. So, yay! Way to ruin your career in one stupid move because you didn't like where somebody was freaking parked. They really, I swear, it should be just mandatory that cops have to take like anger management and de-escalation training like every 3 to 5 years just to keep them on balance. And like remind them that when you are off duty, these are the things that go away and that you shouldn't do anymore. Like just a little bit of prevention, you know? Ounce of prevention's worth a pound of cure, that sentence. If we did like more of that kind of ongoing training and made sure that people are properly disconnecting and taking an actual break when they're not at work and they understand the difference between work life and home life and that, you know, those are two different things, prevent stupid shit like this.
He's not. He's saying the problem he's got with it is Hedman has got nothing on identifying himself. He's not in any capacity as a deputy or anything. Trying to forcefully take the man out of his truck and stuff.
Well, that's true. That is true.
I'm gonna call Chief real quick, just let him know. But it's probably gonna not end well with everything. So
Where is the deputy? He's down on Paraguay. Head. Oh my God.
yes, sir. Bye.
Okay, we also appear to have two different agencies here, which will often happen. So I'm guessing we have the deputies from where this actually happened, the county this happened in, and then we've got a couple from the department that the off-duty guy works for. But those appear to be two different departments because you can tell the one set of deputies, they're all in black. That's clearly their uniform. The other sheriff's deputies are more like the traditional dress with the tan and lots of patches and stuff like that. But I guess some of them like know who he is by reputation or something. But like, this is not good, and this is not the kind of like interagency situation that you want. Because yeah, they're right. This is not going to end well.
We're gonna have to at this point.
I mean, that's
And
fine.
he held him against his will.
Yeah, Sheriff said, what's
Yeah,
wrong?
like,
Nah, I mean, this thing,
Battery,
battery.
elder abuse.
I just everything wants to sit down with. Mm-hmm.
You got to move to for it to be kidnapped.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Be
saying.
false imprisonment.
Because he didn't let him
I'm
leave.
looking at the battery. I mean, you charge him whatever you want.
Oh yeah, no, it's
I'm
just
not trying to outflank. I'm just talking.
it's just I wouldn't expect this on Sunday afternoon.
Yeah, me neither.
My thing is, why is he even? I would down there good.
yes. Okay, I'm with this guy. Why is it a big deal? Why did you make a big deal out of this? I think one of their cars said Wayne County. I'm assuming we're in Florida then, because of course this has so much Florida about it. I should have known, but yeah, like what is the big deal? You didn't have to make this a big deal. This didn't have to happen. Now they have reached the inevitable conclusion that yes, we have to arrest the off-duty guy because he committed assault and battery. He acted outside his authority. He probably abused his authority. He assaulted an elderly man. He prevented him from leaving. That's a whole separate crime. And all this over I didn't like where you were parked. Like, you want to be the guy who lost his career because you were pissed off at somebody's parking. Really? Like, it's so dumb. But this is exactly the kind of ego and arrogance I'm always, like, harping on cops for. This is exactly why. This is why, like, cases of pissed off police and getting arrested for no other reason than the cop felt disrespected. That's why it pisses me off so much, because it leads to stupid shit like this. Now, fortunately, the guy that he assaulted wasn't hurt too badly. He seems like he's okay, but that could have easily been a different outcome. The guy is 78 years old. What if the other guy had broken his arm or his leg or his head, as we've seen happen in other cases of pissed off police? Like, the now completely viral, infamous video of a Mr. Vu, I believe is his name, the elderly Asian man that was slammed to the ground by a completely violent bully cop who had zero reason to do what he did. He broke the man's neck and fractured his skull and gave him brain damage. He's like severely injured for the rest of his life, all because a cop felt disrespected and responded with extreme violence. And nothing happened to that cop, by the way. The department backed him up, like the DA backed him and said, "Oh, he was responding to what the elderly man, because the elderly man like barely touched his camera or something." And then the idiot officer responded by violently slamming him on his head and breaking his neck and his head and causing brain damage. Like, it was not at all an appropriate response, and that officer should be in jail. But my point is, that is how bad can go. That took like 1 second to happen. This could have been that all over again, only this time with a cop who is off duty. That is why you cannot do stuff like this. Like, his parking offended you. I get it. So what? Let it go. It's not worth it. Like, he's lucky he didn't injure the other guy, or this would be so much worse. But it's already probably going to cost the off-duty guy his career, which, like, that's not how you want to end likely a long and probably distinguished career. But that's where we are, because you had to get stupid in a parking lot.
Man, you know how many people off duty I walk by just smoking weed in their car when I walk by, and I'm just like, get in my car and leave. Yeah, my business is that is mine.
But I'm looking at, I mean, he's 78 years old. That's elderly. Oh, absolutely. How bad is it? He got pretty good marks on his damn arm. Where he had, now he was skin up too and sold up, but that he shouldn't have never been in that situation to start with.
Oh, okay. 10-4. Right, yes, sir.
Are you going to take him to jail?
Yep.
If so, I'm going to go down. I'm going to the jail now to get the front cleared out. Okay. So y'all can come in there and do what y'all going to do. They can book him in and all that, because you know he's going right back out the door.
Yeah.
But that's not the influence anything with you. I'm just going to
no.
I just
get him booked
cleared out. Y'all go in there, charge him what you're going to charge him with, because I ain't got nothing to do with that.
Yeah, I mean, it'll all be
make
one.
sure the jail gets him going.
Okay.
And keep the front kind of cleared out until they do.
Yeah, because what I'll do is probably take him up there, go ahead and do the warrants, call the judge, get all that knocked out.
But they going to OR him before you even worry about the warrants. So you just...
Okay, so there is always some planning involved when you're arresting a cop. There's going to be issues with that. And so you don't want a lot of people around. So that's why they're saying they're going to clear out the front. They know it's going to be released on own recognizance, because he's a cop. He's not going to be like held without bail, or in this case have bail at all. Like he said, they're just going to send him right back out the front door, which is probably a little special treatment going on there. Some of it is warranted, because yeah, cops are vulnerable when they're in jail, and you don't want that kind of word getting around. But some of it's definitely going to be special treatment as well, which I'm not a fan of. But I understand from a safety point of view doing some of this. And they're right. Over something like this, most people would not be um, held or like have a high bail or anything because this is not, it is a serious charge, but it's not like to the level where they're going to keep you in jail. So the idea of him being like released the same day, not unusual. I would expect probably the same for most people because I'm also assuming he doesn't have a record, of course, so that's going to be a big thing in his favor. But like, it's so much like this did not have to happen at all.
Yeah. 31 later, whatever, just put it on your sheet, and then that way they can do that. Call sheriff's don't have it once them out of there. How quick as they can get it booked in and booked out. That's what he told me. So.
Yeah, that's fine. Like I said, I'm gonna just take
I said, what it's looking like and what it sounding like. I'm thinking a lot of it. Let them do what they're gonna do, and then we'll do what we're gonna do.
Do you know him pretty well?
Yeah. Other than he works in the courts, no, not really.
I didn't know if he keep him calm.
He ain't no bug.
Okay.
But he already asked me when I was telling him he was wrong.
Yeah.
He's like, "You gonna take me down?" I said, "Well, I ain't saying that just yet."
Yeah.
I said, "I'm not trying to tell you I'm locking you up. I'm trying to tell you where you was wrong, son."
Yeah.
And we got to do something. Because, his daughter knows a lot about good as we do.
Oh, yeah. That's where we at. One time.
With them, because this is the second time they said he works at the court, so I wonder, is he not like a patrol deputy like these guys? Is he like a courthouse sheriff, courthouse like bailiff / security? They're still deputies. I assume they go through the same training, but they're the ones you see standing, just to the side of the judge in the courtroom, and they're there in case, like the guy who pulled a Superman and jumped over the bench and attacked the judge. The bailiff's job is to get in there, and well, they're supposed to prevent that from happening, though. In that case, it just happened too damn fast. But they're the ones who keep order in the courthouse. I think that's what they're saying this guy is. He's a courtroom bailiff deputy, which is like all the more reason he should never have been trying to confront somebody on the street. Like, I'm curious how he's gonna take being told he's under arrest.
All right, Hidden. You got your gun on you? You got your gun on you?
No.
You think I'll take her out now? Okay.
Yes, I'm gonna just put them in your front.
Okay.
Policy. As soon as we get there, we'll get them taken off.
Your truck locked up? No, it will be. Lock it up. What's gonna happen is you're gonna go down there, you're gonna get booked in, you're gonna get booked right back out on from the sheriff.
Put your hands up here.
Yeah, I know. So that's where we're going at with it at this time. That's the right thing to do. No matter who you are.
Mm-hmm.
Charging. Assault. Battery, I imagine, is what the charge is going to be. Maybe elder abuse. He's,
We'll leave that one
he's
kind of
almost 80
loose.
years old.
Huh?
He's almost 80 years old. It may be elder abuse. I don't know. That's up to the city. We ain't charging.
Okay. We're gonna walk over here in my car. Yeah, we go with him. Hey, will you give him a case number?
1258 Sunset Boulevard, apartment 8A, 1258 Sunset Boulevard, 8A.
This is up to work.
10-4, thank you. 7-6
The off-duty deputy was taken to the Wayne County Jail, where he was charged with battery, false imprisonment, and elder abuse. He was fired by the Wayne County Sheriff's Office, and his arrest powers were revoked the same day. The 78-year-old man who only stopped to grab something from the store was left with bruises and cuts. What do you think? Was this public safety or personal overreach? Let us know in the comments below.
Just so much like Hello, kitty. So, few things to break down. For one, I'm giving all the deputies and sheriffs that responded an A. I only give an A plus if there's like special circumstances, but they get an A because they didn't try to make this go away. Huge credit for that. They didn't try to manipulate the facts or convince the victim to like ignore it kind of thing, which I've certainly seen before. So good on them for that. But holy cow, is this dumb? And yeah, the guy got fired. Like, and he's probably been a deputy a long time and he ends his career getting fired. And there's a kitty clawing a chair behind me because he got pissed off over parking and got into a stupid fight in a parking lot and had to blurt out, I'm a sheriff's deputy trying to assert authority he did not have at the moment. And when he got disrespected, he got violent. And the whole thing is so dumb. Like, most avoidable, one of the most avoidable arrests ever. And again, threw away his career. Like, for nothing. So dumb. As for the title, off-duty deputy assaults elderly man in parking lot goes to jail. Entirely correct. Yes, he did. And yes, he did. We even got a title drop in the video, but like, holy hell. Like, this just, oh my God. Don't act like this. Don't act like this in public, even if you are a sheriff's deputy. Don't be this guy. But that will do it for this one. Those are my thoughts. What are yours? If you are new here, please like, comment, and subscribe. How do you think, if you were a deputy and you saw somebody doing something you didn't like, would you make an issue out of it? Would you try to do what this guy did? Please answer no if you have any common sense at all. But I've been Insane Lane as well as a Canadian girl. Until the next one, take care of yourself and love on a fur baby. Bye-bye.